America, from your city to my city, your hood to my hood. Damn, sure feels good. Ghetto America, from your city to my city, my hood to your hood. What's good? See, everybody can relate when you live in any situation.
I never can say goodbye. No, I never can say goodbye.
Check it out.
Yeah, what's up? It's your boy Young Dougie, 1-4 for the Comrade ENT. And when I need to find the latest in indie artists and indie news, I find it at BlazeIndieLA.com. Shout out to all my comrades. Salute.
Here comes the music.
All right, I want to give a shout out to Blaze Indie LA. They always on the scene doing their thing.
Blaze Indie LA show is live and in studio right now with your hosts, Insane and Lady Impress. This is where you can get the hottest topics around the industry. What's hot and what's new? Need tips on something? Call in. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking your submissions. Open mic Wednesdays. Make sure you call in, or you can join them in the studio. Thank you. Far too kind. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome our hosts, Lady Impress and Insane.
Ladies.
All right, welcome to another edition of the Blaze Indie LA show, episode 33. We're going to get started off with this first hot blazing track played right now. Mr. Mosley, Pleasure.
I give all of me, you give all of you. That's when we seem to make so much magic. Set your body free. I'll get you with these hands. It's incredible when we start sexing, and then I'll give you so much pleasure. That's what I give. Ooh, pleasure. I wanna give so much pleasure. That's what I give. Ooh, you deserve it all. Slide your
have your attention, please? We are UrbanIndieRadio.com. UrbanIndieRadio.com is the new online radio network urban independent artists and entrepreneurs have been waiting for. We feature the best up-and-coming independent music artists and entrepreneurs. Enjoy urban music 24/7 streaming live and direct to your PC as well as your tablet or smartphone. This is UrbanIndieRadio.com, your online home for new music from new artists who are next in line to shine. UrbanIndieRadio.com.
Yes, you heard me, and I am Lady Impress, or I am Press, however you want to look at it. And welcome to tonight's edition of the Blaze in the LA Show, episode number 33. How about that, guys? So we got a full show as always. Just good stuff. Good stuff keeps coming from the Blaze in the LA Show. I have 2 events I need to speak on, so I can get these listeners and my viewers to help support these events we have going on. First of all, I'm actually giving tickets away tonight. Newfangled Visions Events presents Lyrically Speaking at Raquel's Jazz Lounge. This event is going down July 31st at 7 p.m. and it's going to be sort of like an open mic summer jam slam. Artists are going to be performing and competing for prizes. The event official title is called Light the Night, and I have 2 tickets available for you to go. It's going to be a fun night. Raquel's Jazz Lounge. I've heard a lot about there. I've never been.
Off the chain, good food, everything, good music. My brother DJ's up there.
Absolutely. You might want to call in and get 2 free tickets. 1-844-BLAZE-LA. 1-844-252-9352. Also, and I'll try if I can give away some tickets this week and next week before the event. The other promoted event I need to speak on is a mission. A young man by the name of Patrick Turner runs a foundation in San Diego called Pat on the Back Foundation. He is trying to take 7 youth to Washington, D.C. and some other historical landmarks, black historical sites along the way, a big bus trip. He's having a fundraiser from 6 to 9 on Saturday the 19th. I will be in the building. Urban Stars Media will be in the building. This is going to be at the Clarion Hotel in National City. They're going to be having raffles. They've got a 2014 motorcycle to give away, a big screen TV. Patrick is the owner of PT Limo Party Bus. He's giving away a 4-hour party bus trip as a part of the raffle and the fundraising, and just all sorts of things going on, live DJ, local artists. Just come on out. That's July 19th at the Clarion Hotel in National City for the Youth Expo, supporting the Dream Youth Expo going down July 19th. And with that, that ends my promoted events. Please check us out on BlazeInLA.com. I'm going to go ahead and say this. We are going to be moving to Fridays after August, the first week in August. So please stay tuned, mark your calendars, make sure, you tell your friends we're switching to Fridays beginning August 1st. And of course, I'll be tweeting it out, social sharing it, and all up in your ear on that one. So with that, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Insane. Let's see who's in the building. Let's hear what we got going on tonight.
Well, we got Mr. Mosley in the building, which we just heard his track played.
Oh, that's a baby making music right there.
It's definitely good music.
Oh, yes.
And then we also have Marvin Watkins in the building.
That's Mr. Marvin Watkins right there.
Mike Angelo is in the building. Your boy, you already know, Lady Impress, and we're going to get it in. We're going to do the music reviews, We base these reviews off of 6 categories: the commercial appeal, the lyrical content, the flow and delivery, the song structure, the production quality, and the instrumental. And then we talk with the guests, chop it up with them, see what they got going on. Sometimes we do a topic, sometimes we don't. We do what we want. It's the Blaze in the LA. Call in 1-844-BLAZE-LA. If you don't know how to hit the little buttons with the numbers and the letters to match, it's 252-9352. All right, we're gonna go ahead and be back after the short break.
Insane One Records is looking for rap, hip-hop, R&B, or gospel artists with projects already completed, including singles, EPs, or albums. We offer global distribution, artist development, social media management, publicity, and marketing. For consideration, please submit your press kit to insaneonerecords@gmail.com, or for more information, call Insane at 951-796-1141. Insane One Records.
All right, the first track we're going to get into tonight is called Jax the Ripper.
Yeah. NC to the UK. Gateways. 90s flow. Let's go. Jax the Ripper, Jax the Ripper. How many stars does it take to make the Big Dipper? Rhyme shocking your body like you got caught in your zipper. I know about the flow mo, cause my bro's name was Flipper. My words got me on the verge of being that nigga. JDM Killer and my gang's name Skrilla. Carl Malone bars on the mic, got deliver. Mommy want Papa's John, she's a very big tipper. If you ain't heard, I merged in a lane of ass kickers. Shorty now screaming I'm in love with a stripper. T-Pain, love boat in my veins. I'm the dopest dope to ever smoke 3 snakes in a plane. Matter of fact, I am the virus that murdered the T-Wayne. But I did it with an axe tip, then poison that I sang or spit. I'm sick, I'm too legit to quit. This MC hammered to death cause the bars made me sicker. Revolutionary hip-hop started from a Ziploc. You niggas got it backwards, still trying to be crisscross. I ain't mad, but hot damn it, I'm pissed off. You so absurd with words, you rip your lips off. Probably sound better on the tip of a Beretta. Better pray to your God, broad, before your soul lifts off. Niggas just spoil milk, trying to make cheddar. I'm Buddha and provolone, my Jones just go deffer. You can always hear me though. Loud smell in my sweater. How many beats killed is in the lodge on my legend? Left the street, still got killers, man. Them ties never sever. Lines cut them up. We just started with an edger. What's the glue to a gorilla? You can't level with me. You'd have to ace college 10 times to get my degree. Better listen to the Vatican, they made the decree. The devil wears Prada and she ain't hotter than me. Jax the Ripper, Jax the Ripper. How do they get the heart to make tornadoes and twisters? American muscle, can't get stranded in a Fisker. I'm past you pussies, still playing with your whiskers. Even in school days, our son rappers call me Mister. Raised to frill, no drills, I'm a very dangerous spitter. Jurassic J-Ville killed the beat like Poster. Revitalize my flow out the park, Sammy Sosa. They don't feel me though, I'm the main supplier of coca. Musta went numb, wake 'em up with that fire poker. Line so crazy, but I can't play the Joker. Jack Warren Heat, he ain't listening, now it's over. Better let go my ego, or I'll burn you with the toaster. I'm trying to eat for real with every bar I get closer. Whack these whack niggas, wet 'em up, super soaker. Send 'em up or send 'em down, just a deadly roller coaster. Jax the Ripper, Jax the Ripper. Max on the attack in a flat, riding on a jigsaw. What's poppin', Kermit? I'm still fucking with them swishers. I'm in the house banging screw music with your sister. She heard I was a legend, let me hit in the John. None of you niggas Montana, it ain't ring no alarm. So I'm down, really I'm high, and she said she was by. Brought her home to my shorty, the effect was a try, or trifecta. I'm having a meeting with Mr. Lecter. He just giving me tips on how to make them taste better. Cause I eat MCs like cannabis in his prime. I lost the scorekeeper, now he's just taking the time. I'm complacent with the rhyme, only faking if I'm declined. I'm a mason, and it's my pride. Number 1 is still on the grind. I got this shit in my mind and it won't go away. So gotta keep killing these niggas just to get through my day. I'm going crazy, kinda schizo. Using my 6 flow to dab the shit out of niggas. My last name's Klitschko. I'm burning till the end, I ain't leaving no clips. So better go to Rap Genius and read it so you don't misquote. Jax the Ripper, Jax the Ripper, Jax the Ripper, Jax the Ripper, Jax the Ripper. Pepsi Killers, what up? Do this shit, man. Y'all niggas trying to do this shit, man. Let's go.
All right, that was Jax the Ripper. Man, I like that track, man. I really did. That was a good track. Overall, I mean, it had commercial appeal as far as it was mainly underground music. It really wasn't radio music because it didn't reach the radio format, but it was good music. As far as the lyrical content, it was dope. You know what I mean? He was spitting, man. He had a bunch of punchlines in there. He was hitting the pockets, the metaphors, the similes, they were all on point. I mean, his flow and delivery was good. He didn't keep it monotone. You know, he put some emphasis on certain parts so it made it stand out on his verses. You know, the song structure was cool. The song, the production quality of the song was mixed and mastered, so that's good. The beat was dope. It went to the lyrics. He stayed on topic the whole point of the song. It was 3 verses. It was long enough. It wasn't one of those short tracks that was too short to really consider a full song. It was dope. I have to give him about 8.5 or 9. That was a dope track. He killed it on those lyrics. Lady Impress.
I like the beat, and I felt like he had some rhyming skills. He was hitting some of the, like you said, the punchlines and whatnot, but I actually think that song could have been much better. At some point in time, I felt like he was singing, and then the music was going in its own thing, and he was in his own realm, and it wasn't like this. It needed some producer to make that song pop. The boy I'm sorry not to call you boy, you have skills, sir. Whoever you are, please keep working at it. I just think you might want to get with some other people and make that song pop even a little bit better. I would actually give that song like a 7.5.
I like the song. Mr. Mosley.
I think he has some dope metaphors, and I think basically, like you said as well, he needs to work on the format of the track, because it was a little bit everywhere, and it's not a good sequence or whatever. But as far as his flow, it was good or whatever. But he probably needs to work on not being so repetitive on as far as the hook goes. I think he could have had a catchier hook or a chorus.
Added on there some flavor to the track.
Yeah.
All right, Macangelo.
Commercial appeal. I think it's a commercial appeal song because it wasn't too much cursing in it, but I think it's more like a show song he can perform when he's out. You know what I mean? As far as the lyrical content, I love the punchlines and the metaphors, so I gave him an 8 for that. I think the flow and delivery was in pocket, but one thing, at some point the beat needed to change up because your lyrics were so good. It kind of took away from the beat. The beat was dope, but the beat needed to change up to keep up with what you were saying. So, basically,
yeah, I know what I was thinking the same thing.
It sounded like he was just going on, but it was dope. But
and that's what I'm saying. It sounds like he was just going one way.
There could be one reason for that. Most of the time, you hear a reason like that either it's because sometimes people get a beat and they just write a rap to it. Right. Versus they have a song and they go to a producer and the instrumental actually fits with their spitting. Right, you know what I mean? That's when it fits. But if you just get a beat and rap on it, you just have a beat and rap on it. There's no breaks where you want there to be a break where the music cuts off and comes back in. There's none of that because you're just spitting on the beat.
Well, it sounds like he two-tracked it, which is just taking the beat into the studio without formatting it or getting anything sequenced. So that's where the repetitiveness came in. Like, you were spitting, but, you start getting that over and over and over. You just like, okay,
Yeah, there was no breaking of any sorts. No, I definitely didn't understand that. Marvin, what you think about that?
I think he definitely can rhyme.
Right.
He definitely can rhyme, but I just think he needs more production on the track. But and the repetitiveness didn't actually bother me. But what bothered me I think he was trying to formulate a hook, and I think the hook just didn't do what it should have done.
It was fitting into his rhyme, like the 16s instead of separating.
It didn't stand out.
Yeah, even if there was no drops. That's what you guys speak of. There were no drops or anything. Even if he would have just tripled or doubled or stacked the hook itself to make it stand out from what it was.
I did notice that because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, well, he could have put some more ad-libs on there or something to make it stand out.
I think we pretty much all on the same page.
He was dope. As far as the music, that was dope. That was good music. All right, we're going to get into this next track. Make Room.
If I say I'm walking, that means with what you have, I will feed thee. Sexy daddy, you look so good to me. I want your body, 'cause you look so good to me. Give it to me now, I'll make you say it's so, so good to me. Sexy daddy, scratch me, scratch me. Make room for me, and soon you'll see. When I say I'm coming, that means I'm coming. If I say I'm walking, that means I'm running. To ya, yeah. If your loving had a cause, I paid to be the boss. I command you to take it off and follow the leader. No scale of 1 to 10, we can just pretend the numbers never end, 'cause they off the meter. Hands all on my ass, but first I need some gas, and I'll be driving fast trying to get to ya. Make room up in them sheets, and your heart I know it beats. I'll make every part of you feel complete. Sexy daddy, you look so good to me. I want your body, 'cause you look so good to me. Give it to me now, I'll make you say it's so, so good to me. Sexy daddy, scratch me, scratch me. Make room for me, and soon you'll see. When I say I'm coming, that means I'm coming. If I say I'm walking, that means I'm running. To ya, yeah. Now hear me sing, let it ring. Say my name like you enjoy what I'm trying to give. Got me boy, bring me joy like you enjoy what I'm trying to give. Make room for me, and soon you'll see.
All right, that was Make Room. I think that I like the song. I think it has a lot of it has a commercial appeal in a lot of different areas. Like I can see that being on the radio. I can see that being played at the club. I can see you riding to that in the car. So it's a lot of different places where it has commercial appeal. The lyrical content, it was good. She stayed on topic. You know what I mean? The verses were good. The words were thought out. It didn't sound like it was a basic written song. The flow and delivery was good. The song structure was okay. But I think it could have had a lot. There could have been some more in the background of the song. Like there could have been some more, ad libs in the back to bring out to make the song fuller. Because there was a lot of spaces where in the chorus and different things where it could have been more fuller. Even on the verses, there could have been some sounds, some different instruments or something in the back to bring the song out to make it more fuller. As far as the production quality, it was good. That song was obviously mixed and mastered. The beat was good, and the beat went along with the song. She has a strong voice. The song kept me moving through the whole song. It didn't drop me. It wasn't like I wanted to fall off and go to sleep. So the song was engaging. It was a nice song. I give it like an 8. All right. Marvin.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, and I'll speak to more like the commercial appeal when it comes to like R&B. I think it did have commercial appeal. I don't really speak to commercial appeal when it comes to rap because I mean honestly, commercial appeal is really in my mind. We talk about rap music. There's no you make it commercial. You're right. The individual, well, not even you, should I say that? The public makes it commercial. You can have the gutterous hood track, but if the people respond to it, it's gonna be a commercial track.
True.
So when it comes to rap, the consumers make it a commercial track, but I just don't think it's the same when you talk about R&B music.
Yeah, it's not. R&B most of the time you can play R&B anywhere.
Yeah.
With some rap you can't take this and go put it on the radio, or you can't put this on a film or.
Right. For whatever reason, the two genres are marketed a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas R&B music is more commercial music, and again, the fans make the rap music what it is, and make it even cross over. You know,
Right.
there's a such thing. But I think it was a good song. But you know, good songs. It's just sad to say, just good songs don't make it nowadays. It just has to be that.
You have to have that
song.
it factor.
And I don't know, you know, and I can't tell you what it is. You just know what it is when you hear it. But it's a good song.
All right, Michelangelo.
That was deep. You said good songs don't make it nowadays. That's deep. I don't know what you're saying.
What's the truth?
But that's
Well,
deep.
you know,
what
we've
I'm
had
saying?
times here where we've heard some really corny songs, and somebody said, "Hey, you know, that sounds corny, but those are the types of songs that are making it these days."
That's true.
You know, they become catchy, and
Yeah.
And that's what he said. The people spoke. When the people speak, you know, what I might think is whack. You know, who am I? What my musical enjoyment is might not be what 2 million other people think. And so I could go say I don't like this person. I mean, I could say I don't like Lil Wayne, but 10 million people like him. So I might not like his music, but I love his hustle.
Right.
So that's the whole thing. It's not all. It's
absolutely.
as we know, it's not all about the music anymore.
That's true. If you people out there listening and paying no attention, they better listen.
It's good tonight,
You gotta
guys.
check out stuff like with Marvin Bartis, that music business 201.
Oh yeah, we gonna get into this and tell y'all about this. We
Later on
got a
in
lot
the
of
show.
knowledge in the building tonight,
What
guys.
you think about that track?
I love the track. I love her voice, and I'm really close to giving it a 10. I'm going to say it's about a 9. I think it obviously has commercial appeal. It can be played anywhere. Lyrical content good. Her flow and delivery is good. Song structure, production quality, all good. I think, it maybe could be made a little bit better with some more
I definitely believe it
instrumentations.
could have been made better with some more instrumentations.
But I'm going to have to give that call a 9, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up this caller. Okay? Well, they hung up, but somebody else is calling. Caller, you're live on the Blaze in the LA show.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Who's this?
This is Vandal calling from Inglewood, California.
What up?
Hi, from Inglewood, California. Welcome to the Blaze in the LA show. What's good with you?
Well, I'm just calling in for about that Mr. Mosley. Yeah, that's real tight right there.
Oh, did you hear that song, Pleasure?
You know, I love it. I love it to death. Bump it. My female friends love it. Yeah.
Oh, all right then. that was tight. Thank you so much for calling in. Anything else you want to say?
Keep pumping that Mr. Mosley. Momentum love.
All right, thank you.
Sure, we're looking, man.
Be sure you check us out at blazingla.com on the video feed, okay?
It's all good.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We're going to have to move along so they interested in drop somebody off the phone.
Well, y'all got to hold on. Number 1 and number 2. Last week, a lot of people called and y'all didn't hit the number 1. You have to hit a number 1 to come through. So please, if you're trying to call in, hit a number 1.
That was your take? You want to give a further elaboration?
Basically, what I liked about it was that it sounded like she believed what she was saying. So, it came across well. It did. A lot of people, you could tell when they're reading or just learning the song or whatever, she felt what she was saying, and that came across a lot better.
Like your song.
Just like your song. That's it though. Other than that, more ad-libs.
Right.
And yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Good song.
I think some instruments in there would have sounded. Would y'all agree? Some more instruments in there?
That's your intro.
Yeah.
She's so good, and the music was so good.
Well, listen, we got another track actually that's from her on this show. So this next track.
I don't think Michelangelo, did you get your full input?
No, we were good.
We were good.
This song is also from the same artist. Gots to Have It.
I got to have it, all the things you said that I could not have. I'm meant to grab it, then I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna sit back and laugh. I got to have it, I'm meant to grab it. I'm on some new, bigger than you. I'm making moves town, yeah. I know there's April showers sometimes in May. You couldn't walk a mile in my shoes, there's just no way. Evil people taking over all left off, redeeming my crown. I got to have it, all the things you said that I could not have. I'm finished to grab it, then I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna sit back and laugh. I got to have it, I'm finished to grab it, I'm on some new, bigger than you. I'm making moves now. You can try to pay this on, no, never mind. So much for the days of you blocking my shine. I know you want me back and you regret the day. Remember that people never forget what you say. I know you'd rather see me with my face in the dirt, but I'm all cleaned up with no label on my shirt. I know you'd rather see my face with tears streaming down, but I'm taking over all left off, redeeming my crown. I got to have it, all the things you said that I could not have. I'm finished to grab it, then I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna sit back and laugh. I got to have it, I'm finished to grab it, I'm on some new, bigger than you. I'm making moves, I'm making moves. I got a new man on my team that cares all about my dreams. I got some new friends in my corner, and I know they wanna see me succeed. It's bigger than your eyes can see. I know that you're surprised at me, but I'm making moves. I'm making moves. I ain't finished. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm making moves. I'm making moves. I'm making moves. I'm doing so much without you, baby. I'm doing so much without you, baby. I'm making moves.
Lord.
All right, that's got to happen.
Blaze.
That's a hit. I don't just say that about any song. Oh, if it's not a hit. If I say that, that's a hit. 10 all the way across the board. Only problem I said that she could have had maybe on those where it wasn't the background. The background was good, but I could see that she could maybe use some background singers to bring out some of those other parts, because she's doing the whole song herself, and her voice is strong enough to do it, but it would, I think to me it would sound a little bit better, it would be more audio pleasing if she had some backup singers. But other than that, but that song is a hit all across the board. I mean, I didn't even write anything down, because when it came on to when there was nothing bad to say, so I'm like, that's a 10. I didn't even have to write nothing. Right. That's my take on it. Mr. Mosley.
Oh, I think it's dope. I think the production was dope. It moved well. As far as the backgrounds, I think they were cool too, but I see where you're saying to maybe bring somebody else in to add a softer melodic, tune, just a little twist to that, but it was dope. The vocal production was even dope, not just the production, the way she produced her vocals were dope.
Like maybe like a little more of a Cipriano type, it could have used that to spice it up more.
What kind of what?
Cipriano.
Oh, okay.
You got Ciprianos, altones, tenors.
Say that better than that.
Hey,
like soprano?
No, what you said. I've been doing this. I've been in music since a kid. Like Angelo.
Hey man, what could we say about her, man? She was on the show, man. I gave it a 9.5 overall. I'm with you guys. It needs something. She don't need nothing, but
she needs some background. It needed a background.
Yeah, that's just to change up from us hearing her melody, her tone. The lyrics is dope. The beats are dope. The instruments are dope. The hooks are dope. The choruses are dope. But it's something else, sweetheart. I'm sorry to say. So I gave you a 9.5. My bad.
9.5.
Don't be sorry for that. That wasn't my bad. I gave you a 9.5.
Nah, she was dope. I honestly think that song is ready to go to play on the radio.
Yeah.
Even with what and I agree totally with what you all said about the backgrounds. Just give it another texture, another tone. But I just think, like right now, they can play that song.
Yeah. That's it. So we got to hit on the show tonight.
Ding, 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 ding.
I Got a Job, though, was the one. They got to hear.
Oh, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
that song's dope. So check out. So she did good. Because I know we don't say names because we haven't had death threats. But don't talk bad about the This is Sid Shamir.
Sid Shamir. Once again, rocking the Blaze in the LA show.
Where's she from?
Mexico.
In Mexico, was from Chat.
She came to our show. Actually, her manager sent tracks. We reviewed them, 10s. They came through the show, and then they sent more tracks. So I just think she's ready.
Yeah, she's ready.
And these songs are just wonderful. I think this particular song and I Got a Job, both 10s.
Yeah, no, that's
10s. They're 10s. And you know, this is the kind of artist that I wouldn't mind throwing a little Urban Stars Media behind because she's gonna be good. She's gonna be good.
Another Amber Renee.
Yes. Way to go. Gots to Have It Records and Sid Shamir.
All right, we're gonna get into this next track called Shorty Stuntin'.
Shorty Stuntin'.
Say shorty stunting on him, but she ain't fronting on him. If he ain't got enough bread, then she ain't lunching on him. She got her own key, she got her own police, she got her own truck, sitting on 20 eats. She got an old school with a new paint job. When shorty roll through, all the thugs is like God. And that's before shorty even step up out the car. Her windows tinted, but you can still see that she a star. She rockin' 6-inch stilettos, classy, still ghetto. 200 on the dash, put the pedal to the metal. In the face, she a dime, body one of a kind. And she keep money on her brain, hope you reading her mind. Stuntin' on them, shorty be stuntin' on them. Shorty be stuntin', shorty be stuntin' on them. She got a jump top T-bird, her Mustang is sick, man. Pimp out, Burberry, you ain't been fucking with her with gang. Stuntin' on them, shorty be stuntin' on them. Shorty be stuntin', shorty be stuntin' on them. She got the C-sleeve, we back in the Maybach, bumpin' independent by Webby like the big T-Dash. Shorty stuntin' on them, shorty be stuntin' on them. Shorty be stuntin', shorty be stuntin' on them. Shorty be stuntin' on them, shorty be stuntin' on them. Shorty be stuntin', shorty be stuntin' on them. Say shorty stuntin' like it ain't nothing, she do this every day. P.M. and Mac and got all the booze every plate. Leave all the dudes wanna taste, but they can't keep up with her pace. They keep on running their game while she conducting her race. Baby like to go fast and she holds a steady wheel. She like the plexiglass, but she loves the heavy steel. Real old school, so she calls the Chevy wheel. Big shoes on the groove, so she calls it Peggy Hill. Shorty never drive the same car 2 days in a row. Range Rover for Thursday and Friday she changed modes. Hit a big cleaner with the Beamer, color is beige gold. Say shorty change clothes like you change clothes. Whoa, shorty stunting out the trunk, hit an 808 thump. If she blasting right beside you, it'll make your heart jump, jump. Engine in the trunk, call that Rory crisscross. Bikini on that guinea, no top. Now that's Miss Ball. Stunting on them, shorty be stunting on them. Shorty be stunting, shorty be stunting on them. She got a jump top T-bird, her Mustang is sick, man. Pimp out, Burberry, you ain't been fucking with her with gang. Stunting on them, shorty be stunting on them. Shorty be stunting, shorty be stunting on them. She got the C-sleeve, we back in the Maybach, bumping independent by Webby like take that. Shorty stunting on them, shorty be stunting on them. Shorty be stunting, shorty be stunting on them. Shorty be stunting on them, shorty be stunting on them. Shorty be stunting, shorty be stunting on them.
Blaze.
All right, that was Shorty Stuntin'. Song was a little bit incomplete. It was a little bit too short. He only had about 2 verses on there with no bridges or hooks or anything. The lyrical content was mediocre. it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't good. It didn't stand out. What did stand out was his flow and delivery. I like the way he delivered the song. That he had that part on point. But other than that, the song was not mixed and mastered. Those ad-libs needed help. They did not sound good at all. I was listening like, what? Oh, that don't sound good to my ear. The beat was cool. Overall, I'd have to give it, I don't know, I'd say maybe a 6.5. So that's my take on it. That's all I can say about that one. It was good in some ways, but it was bad in others.
I think the track was really mixed though, because you can hear the 808s and all that.
Yeah, you can hear that extended, but it was also too loud. Because if you would have played that in format, it's the difference between like when you have it formatted in monos or if you have it formatted in stereo. You know what I mean? Because it's two different formats. That was definitely stereo. That was not mono, but it didn't sound right. It was a little bit too high. But the ad-libs didn't come in. The ad-libs weren't. You know what I mean? You couldn't. They were the way they doubled them. They actually what's that called? Echoed them. They echoed them out, but it didn't sound good. You know, it didn't sound very pleasing to me. It didn't.
I don't think. You still.
What?
Oh, okay. I think this was but the hook, the hook caught me, and what really caught me about him was he didn't curse until he got it to the hook. I didn't hear a curse until he got to the hook.
He didn't curse.
And I think he can rhyme, and I think that he might have something here if he get the proper things done that you said, the mix down on the vocal. But I was really listening to him, and he was really giving it up, and it could have been a cool video. And it's the usual, it's the things that they're doing now.
Right, trap music.
But and it kind of remind me of Independent, INDE, just how he was, you know what I mean?
I know that I heard him mention Webby in there.
But
obviously, you know, outside.
I was with you on that. I gave it like 6.5, 7.
All right.
You know what I mean?
They didn't press. See over there looking.
Well, you know, his fade outs were funky.
You liked it.
What I'm saying, there were curse words in that song, but he faded them out, and he faded them out. They were so rough, it was like, oh, I caught it. It wasn't really done right. But the beat was intriguing, and I thought he had some lyrical flow. So the song to me was like, I would play it in the car, you know.
I think it's a clever too.
Yeah, I would play it in the car, and I would, you know, but it don't sound like a hit to me. But it needs a lot of work. But I think that the artist has some skills, a good, you know.
He's on to something.
He's on to something. That's a good way to put it.
Probably needs a little bit of artist development.
Oh.
You know, you might want to holler at your boy. 951-796-1141. Insane artist development.
Thank you.
Because like I said, the front was on pocket, but there was some points where the song was missing. It was an industry standard. It was an industry standard, the music. So that automatically wouldn't get that song too far. Period.
That's more like some independent stuff.
All right.
But we're lucky you were sent into the Blaze show. I judge songs more harshly that are sent in for the label.
Right.
Because that's the difference. You sending this in just to get a review. When you send this music to me, as far as label consideration, I got to judge it a little bit stricter.
Right.
I like the song. I like the song. And I honestly think that song was a song that's working.
Would go?
That's working right now.
You got different opinions, because you know.
I don't like it in its present form, but I think with some other little work, because
but you're supposed to do the other work before you send the song somewhere when you're letting the general public listen to the song.
Do you think in its present form, it's a go?
No, I don't think it's a go in its present form. But honestly, to me, rap music don't have to be perfect. I mean, I not to name drop, I've been in the studio with some of the biggest producers, and they'll let that stay. Let that ride. This rap music. I'm feeling that. So you don't have to. But I agree with what I don't disagree with what none of you guys said. But this just personal opinion.
Because they can have different takes.
I just like the song, and I could have pointed out a number of things that I think he should have did, but I think that's one of those songs that'll go.
So we got shows where I was like, man, that song was terrible. And then people were like, I loved it. You know, so they said, I love it. You're getting different opinions though. You got a music consumer over here. Then you got, you know, music industry executive person. You know, artist development, artist, another artist. So you're getting a roundabout. You know what I mean? A roundabout take on the song.
We try and give a full.
But like you said, he did. Like you mentioned, the song might be good, but it was not industry level. The song, you know, it wasn't industry level.
But you can get it there, so you keep working at your craft
Keep
because
working,
you're
right.
on to something.
And you know, when you send people music, you want to make sure that they know you want to send people music once it's completed. Like sometimes we get incompleted music. It's like, why did you send this to me?
Right.
Finish the song, then send it to us. Don't send me a song and be like, well, what do you know, how do you like that? Well, it's not done. I don't like that.
I mean, speaking from an A&R perspective, when I was an A&R at Priority Records, the worst thing you can do when you're trying to present your music is saying that I'm gonna do this. Like you're playing like I haven't did this yet. We're gonna mix that down. I got a girl that's gonna come and do the backgrounds. No, that's what you. I know. To be honest with you, that's what you do not never want to do. Is present. He's absolutely right. Is present something and it's not complete, and you know it's not complete. They don't want to hear that you just have to do that. Well, do it and then let me hear it.
All right.
I wouldn't turn from it if I was listening to it in the radio, but I don't know if I'd turn it up either.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
That's good.
That was good. All right.
Keep it moving.
Next track. Let Her Go. All right, that was Let Her Go. Ooh, boy, I don't know. I didn't really like this one. I think that those verses were super short. I mean, even though it was R&B, mixed with it was more like it was rap and it was R&B. It was like more like a pop sort. I would call it basically urban pop. I didn't really like that, and with the format of the song structure, it didn't sound good. It didn't catch me. Like it didn't. I like the chorus and the beat was good, but the way the song was formatted with the verses, it didn't catch me. It sounded like it was more mediocre. It also with the lyrical content, it's like mediocre. It just didn't stand out to me. That's really all I can say about the song is I like the chorus and the beat, and the song didn't stand out. The rest was short. I didn't like the format. So I give it I say a 5. I have to give it a 5. I didn't like it. Yeah. I mean, I like part of it.
That's good. You gave your opinion.
That's what you looked over there like.
Do your thing. Blaze.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that, man. I think that's one of them songs, like my man said, one of them songs that's going hard right now.
It'll catch.
That style of song right there with that catchy hook, and he's singing not too bad. I gave it a 7, man. Like, you know, that's something that somebody can catch on to. The right person here, they're gonna put it out. They're gonna blow it up.
Would you bump it?
No.
That's where it goes. No, I'm gonna be like that. Listen. You know what I'm saying? There's a market for that. You think
there's a market for everything?
There is a market for everything, but how big of a market is there for that globally? Yeah. If that song wouldn't catch on globally, that song wouldn't even catch on regionally. That song might catch certain people. That's not out of 1 out of 10 people that heard that song, maybe one might buy it. No, that's not. When you have a good song, like a hit song, you're gonna get at least 4 or 5 people out there that will want to buy it. Object in.
I think it's one of them kind of songs though. Like that.
I did like the chorus and the beat. If you want, because you got different type of people that listen to music. If you're a club person, all you do is listen to the beat and want to dance. That'll catch you. That'll catch you.
And that's what.
But if you were a person that was into music and you were actually listening to the music, the actual words of the song, it wouldn't catch.
Actually, if it came on the radio, like my boy said, I wouldn't turn it up, but I wouldn't turn it down. It's one of them radio joints that's gonna play. You know. All right. Like
Miss Mosey.
I wasn't feeling it personally, but you know, God bless.
All right, and we're gonna move right along.
Right along. We'll keep it moving. It's okay.
Lady impressed.
I need one mudslide and that lady off of it, and I'm gonna listen to it. Because the lady, because I like the concept of the song, and I like, you know, this a man singing that. Let her go. Yes, I understand what he did. But that when the woman came on, she threw the whole thing off for me. I'm gonna get a song at 6.5.
All right, that's how they need some more work. Need some more work. Keep working on the artist. So you get it right.
Let's get this last track in.
All right, My Black is Beautiful is the last track.
Self-esteem is very important nowadays. It's all about being able to exercise your beautifulness. You know what I'm saying? I come up with words that nobody else think of just because of my fully loaded magnets. You know what I'm saying? But right now, FLM is going to talk about being able to be free. Express yourself with no guards. Look how my shoes match my hat. I look good. Walk with a limp, I'm a pimpin' man. I look good. Of course I got dough, you see my dress cold. I look good. Don't need to say so, cause I know I look good.
Resting in that attention, my just fat. I look good. First clips, dudes don't know how to act. I look good. Trick for show. Never spending dough. I look good. Don't need to say so. Cause I know I look good.
Talk to y'all for a second. I'm a tad bit conceited, I must admit it. I'd be lying to myself if I said I wasn't. Why deny something so fly? Appealing to the eye, don't try to lie. You are should be your reply. Don't let your stubborn pride, baby girl, sway your judgment. Okay, I am coming off a little too arrogant, but I think highly of myself, as you should. Come on, don't front. You know we both look good. I figured you agree with that. Look how you're smiling. Go ahead, flash the pearly whites. All your teeth is glistening. They compliment your lips, looking so juicy, so soft. Once your lips touch mine, you refuse to get off. It's magnetic energy. You and me were meant to be. So come play your position as my lady. With me and you together, there's nothing we can't do. So let's take the world by storm. The $1 million couple. Look how my shoes match my hat. I look good. Walk with a limp, I'm a pimpin' man. I look good. Of course I got dough. You see my dress cold, cold. I look good. You don't need to say so, cause I know I look good.
Rest standing at attention, my is fat, fat. I look good. First clips, dudes don't know how to act. I look good. Dudes trick for show. Never spending dough. I look good. Don't need to say so, cause I know I look good.
Look, ma, I look good. Yeah, you fly, but I look good. You so sedity and I'm so hood. Situation's gritty, but it still look good. Look pretty, check your watch. It's time for that new. Set your clock. We the who's who, check the box. Still don't feel me, mommy, check your twat. I be that nigga on deck that you been feeling hard that you ain't up yet. But with all due respect, I only talk marriage and your name is success. Oh, your head is the best. You play your position and don't cause no stress. I'm on my suave-ish. My grown man get money parlay-ish. Yeah, I'm just keeping it hood. Cause you a good look, mommy, I look good. Yeah, ma, I look good. Yeah, you fly, but I look good. You so sedity and I'm so hood. Situation's gritty, but I still look good.
Fresh like $1 million. High heels, watch my divas try. Anything, no matter where I go. Hating chicks trying to do what I do. Fresh like $1 million. High heels, watch my divas try. I look good. Anything, no matter where I go. Hating chicks trying to do what I do. Most of these chicks try to hate on shape, cause they not shaped with the good body. Got a pit bull face, not needed knees. Girl, breathe, Jesus ain't no lesbo flow. Just a little bit of something, let you hit a bitch know. Why these apparitions passing you by? I wonder why you walk around so mad at the world. It ain't my fault. I was blessed and you look hurt. I look good. Plus I'm from the hood.
Everybody want to go first. I will go first. I always go first. Supposed to go next because he has I put an X. I don't know if y'all can see this out there. I'm like the beautiful X of Brothers Malcolm X. Hey man, don't send that to nobody else. Whoever you are, please do not send that song to anybody else. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not good. There was nothing good about the song. Not the beat, not the commercial appeal, not the lyrical content, not the formula, not the song structure, not the singers, not the features, not the production, not anything. Please. You might want to reconsider maybe being into the job. Yeah, because that's just bad. I can't even lie to you. No, you know how some people you be like, it's all right. Maybe they could use some help. That person just needs to go to the job. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't think you have the natural God-given talent for that one.
Keep moving.
Yeah, but well, I just want to say, first, I like women, so I don't know how you look, but you sound horrible. That's it.
With your breast standing at attention.
That's it.
And now, when I first, go ahead. When I first heard the song, I thought he was gonna do spoken word.
I did too, actually.
Then he started rapping. No, the beat was okay.
It was.
I mean, I'm talking about as far as, you know what I mean? The girl got me for a millisecond when she starts. For a millisecond. 2 blunts are possible.
Artist development, people.
Trust me on that.
2 blunts and a possible. Artist development. I gave it a +3.
Wow.
How you giving it Hey, I gave it a +3. They're trying.
I wrote so many notes, it's just ridiculous. But what I want to say is, you know what? I don't know if y'all was trying to do some sort of a parody on your own song. Cause this was so stupid. I thought maybe this is like a parody. My black is beautiful. This means something that we don't know about yet. But okay, so the guy, I liked his voice actually. The girl I did not like, especially the last time she came in the song. I had to fade that out because that was horrible.
Them ratchet voices is
Ratchet. Hold on. She wasn't good enough to be ratchet. So stop that.
Oh, wow.
And then it just needed. I mean, and the dude, see, I thought it was gonna start off. It was gonna be something deep, and then he talked about his shoes, bash his hair, or some stuff. Wait a minute, are you serious? You need a dictionary. But this is why I think this song is some sort of a parody on its own. This is making a statement that we just don't understand.
No, it's not. It's not making any statement. Please don't say that.
I'm gonna give you a 2.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, I really can't even judge the song because I was like turned off. No, I'm just being honest. I didn't. So I can't even follow it honestly.
Yeah, I understand.
I did want to. I was like, ooh, I hope.
I think this is only like the second time I've cut a song off. That was just it lost. Everybody was done with it. We was through.
And people, we just want to say constructive criticism is all we're giving. We're not making fun of you.
No.
We're just saying that you need a little work, a lot of work.
Some
work.
A little artists. Because seriously, sometimes they need to hear that. That's why these people sent this music in. That song needs a lot of work. He's trying, but no, that song needs a lot of work.
You got some vocal skills, but I'm not quite sure what you're trying to do with the song. So just figure it out. But anyhow, we're gonna take a short break because we need one. Ladies.
You are now tuned into Royalty Pay Radio. Urban Indie Radio LA, the place where spins turn into ends. If you're an indie artist and you want to get your music into heavy rotation, give LaShawn a call at 951-665-8365. That's 951-665-8365. Urban Indie Radio LA, where independent artists get paid for plays. Tune in, turn up, and blaze one. Check us out online at urbanindieradio.com or on your mobile devices via the TuneIn Radio app.
We came a little bit late, but we are giving away tickets. I know we didn't really promo it in that a lot of time. We just earlier today actually, but if you want to call in 844-BLAZE-LA and get those tickets to Raquel's and Rialto, correct?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, now it's time to get into the
track. We got a hot track playing on Urban Indie Radio from Demon James. It's called Young and the Restless, so we're going to go ahead and play that now.
Demon James featuring G Street Week and 2-3.
My niggas gon' respect this, and if you don't, you catch a death wish. Mama always told me to get my money up, and it don't make sense if it don't double up. Daddy was gone as a youngin', I had to be the main, and ever since then, dog, I just been getting it, man. Long days, crustful nights, trying to get right. If I didn't hustle, then we couldn't see at night. Hard times, I done lived through all of that. Sometimes I think back, what would I be without the sack? This is real shit, straight facts. This is shit to listen to when you be serving packs. This is
corn, clothes torn from my backs, catching beatings in the back room for the way that we act. I felt the grown man's pain at a young man's age that I carry on my back until I'm dead in my grave. In my pursuit for paper, I may have fell and scraped the knee, but got back on my feet because that shit won't break a G. At 13, went under OG's wing, and he taught you how to really get green. So it's the world, cause they don't know how I feel. Catching beatings in the back room, been taught how to steal. They was taught how to play their cards, I was taught how to deal. They heard life is what you make it, I heard it is what it is. See, I grew up in the house where it went down there. You can go to the kitchen, get you some coke with the yak. Yeah, they drank on the front porch, got smoke on the back. I'm in the hood, wondering why I told that side. Tell them that.
Pray for me 'cause I'm helpless. My mama, she was on the home. 'Cause daddy was at home. It forced me to be the man. Saying lots I didn't understand. You made me as a damn free. 'Cause I'm young and I'm restless.
I fuck with them young. My heart go out to them, 'cause Lord knows since 13. I've been getting it in, I just wanted some money. I ain't know what this shit was about. My boy fronted me my first bank, and I swear it turned me out. It's full in my house, and my house is full. And the way they help me is bitch to tell me pull my pants up. Well, guess what? I ain't with that sagging either, but this the best that I can do. He's hand me down from my people. Now I'm looking at my nephew like he gon' be the sequel. The whole house waiting on Big Mon check, and we ain't equal if he ain't had that feeling. A bunch of shiesty dealing. Your own family give a fuck about you. They showing it's your feelings. One of my uncles off that bottom, the other one on that gate. They done fucked over their life, man, and made too many mistakes. At 16, I had a daughter. I got caught up in that. At 17, dropped out of high school. Got caught up in that bucket. In my hood, it's like an oven.
The young and restless, baby, pray for me. My mama, she was always on her own. 'Cause daddy was never.
Took a little break, but I wish I would listen to that track.
Yeah. You know what? I might play this track again next week because I actually had to cut it short. Demon James, this is a sponsored track from Urban Indie Radio. We're running a little bit over time. You know, we got that time limit for the radio. We got to keep it to 1 minute 29. So we have a couple of hot in-studio guests we want to get to. Who we got?
Oh, yeah. We got two guests in the building tonight. We got Mr. Mosley, and we got Marvin. What we gonna start with?
We're going to start with Mr. Marvin Watkins.
All right, Mr. Marvin Watkins, man. Senior Entertainment Executive from Noble Vision Pictures. From Compton, California, Marvin Watkins in the building. What's good with you? Welcome to the place.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be here.
Tell us about what you got going on right now.
Well, right now I have a movie that I am doing a crowdfunding for on a site called Indiegogo. Myself and DJ Pooh, who's producing it alongside me. Crowdfunding are sites that allow you to get funds for whatever project that you have. I don't care if it's a cookbook or a movie. Just like Don Cheadle is on Indiegogo also. He just finished his campaign. He got $300,000 for a movie he's doing. We're trying to get $200,000, which is not half of the budget, almost half of the budget for the film that we're attempting to shoot. And you know, people say, well, why should we give you guys money to make a movie, to make some money? Well, really, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than myself and DJ Pooh. These formats allow independents to do what they do and become successful, so the next person can do the same thing, so that corporate America can see that young independents, old independents doesn't matter. Just independents in general can do these things and become successful because these are things that they would not normally fund. So you see that even with Spike Lee, who did the same thing for a movie. And this is nothing new. This is not our first movie. We've done a few movies, but this is the first time that we have come together to do something. So the site is Indiegogo.com, and you can once you go to the site, then you can go to where the link is and type in Friendship Day. Friendship Day is the movie. It's on It's on Facebook at Friendship Day the Movie. It's on Twitter at Friendship Day 1, and it's on Instagram also at Friendship Day the Movie. You can find me there. There's actually a telephone number on the Indiegogo site that you can reach me on. It's a cell phone that I keep with me. I mean, if you're asking people to give you some money to donate something, you should be able to answer questions. So I have a phone number on there in case you have any questions regarding the movie. There are a number of perks that allow you to get different things, from all the way from a T-shirt to a part in the movie to get the DVD when it comes out. It just depends what you donate. And people think, well, wow, $200,000 is a lot of money. But it's not about the donations for $20,000 and $10,000 and $5,000, $1,000. You know, you can donate $1 to $10,000. I'm just trying to get, you know, enough people to donate $10 or $20.
It all adds up.
It all adds up. So that's what DJ Pooh and myself. That's what we're venturing out into right now. This movie called Friendship Day on this Indiegogo crowdfunding site.
Right. And indie, I mean, you know, who wants to be force-fed all the stuff that comes from mainstream or comes from the, you know, the majors.
The monopolies.
The monopolies and the majors, you know. So we got to support the indie. It's just like indie music artists. We got to support the indie film artists. I want to get back a little bit because I want the people whose songs we judged earlier to know just at what level of critique they were getting, because you have a music background, 20 years deep in the industry, entertainment industry, but specifically tell them about your music background.
Well, it actually goes back further than 20 years. I started in music with DJ Pooh probably in the late 80s. He began to produce like LL Cool J and artists like that on the East Coast. Then here he did Ice Cube's Death Certificate and Predator, and I just go on and on and on. But anyway, so I started off with him, and I met while we were in the studio. I believe we were recording Death Certificate. And no, it wasn't Death Certificate, it was Predator. It was like 92 or something like that. I think Predator came out in 93. But anyway, and a guy started hanging out in the studio named Mac 10. And we became friends. We just kind of hit it off. And he wanted to get on. And I thought he was hot. And you know, somebody told him that they didn't want to sign him, and he was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I was like, Cube was over at the studio. Go over there and holler at Cube. That's when he had the street knowledge, the studio right off of Crenshaw, and so he's like, I'm gonna go over there. So he went over there to the studio. Cube put him on a song. He was recording the Lynch Mob. He put him on a song. Long story short, Cube got him a deal at Priority Records. Mac 10 asked me to manage him. I said, man, I don't know if I'm a manager. I'm not going to manage you. He's like, well, what you got to lose? If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. We cool anyway. So I managed Mac 10. His record was very successful. The owner of Priority Records, Brian Turner, liked what I did with his record. He asked me to come and work for him as an A&R. I initially turned it down. 6 months later, after we were on the road, I came back 6 months. And I took the job. He gave me a job as director of A&R.
Wow.
Very fast, I became senior national director of A&R. I worked for Priority Records for a number of years until Brian Turner sold it to Capitol, which was really EMI. And then I had a choice either to go over to the Tower, go over to Capitol, and not know if I was going to have a job or not. By then, the president of the company was already gone. Brian was already gone. So I was on an employee contract, so I had that choice. Either I can go home and still get paid, but I couldn't get a job, or I can go over to the Tower. So I told my boss, I said, I'm going to go home. But he said, you know you can't get a job. I was like, all right. So you get a job, you're contracted for it. So I said, I'm going home. So he said, I'm glad you said that. I'll give you a job over at Capitol as a consultant. That's not a quote-unquote job. So I'm still getting my check and working at Capitol. But in the meantime, I honestly didn't know what I was going to do. And so I was talking to my wife, and she asked me, what did I want to do? I said, I really want to write movies. And she said, well, why don't you? I said, that's the problem. I said, what's the problem? I said, well, I was talking to Cube one time, and he told me that I was telling about a movie. You know, you always pitching something to somebody. We were just talking, actually at a Laker game. And he said, Marvin, you can write that movie. I said, I don't think so. He said, you know how to type? I said, nope. I said, I got an assistant at the job, and I don't even turn my computer on. She print out my emails and everything. I said, I don't even really use a computer. Keep in mind, this is like 2099, something like that.
Okay.
So it's like, that's a problem. So I didn't think about it. I didn't care, you know. Long story short, my wife told me, she said, well, if you really want to write, you'll go back to school. So I went back to school.
Wow.
I went to Mount Sac, took a film class there, a screenwriting class at Mount Sac.
Oh yeah, I went to Mount Sac.
Then my professor there told me about UCLA screenwriting program. Now I went to UCLA screenwriting program. Went to UCLA screenwriting program, and then I got with two friends. One who been doing films forever, and another one who actually was he was in the real estate, so he was financially able. We got together and we started Noble Vision Pictures. And here I said, I did a movie called Buzz House. I wrote and produced the Brian McKnight Show. It was on Channel 9.
Wow.
Did a comedy joint called Backstage at Buzz House. But I did this joint right here, Music Business 2-in-1, actually independently. This was when I was in between. Actually, this is when I was in between jobs at Capitol. Yeah, this is when I was in between. I did this on my own. I also have a company called Heat Rock Entertainment. And the reason why I did this is because from coming from the music business and talking to so many artists, and they just really it's the music business.
Yep.
It's the business. And unfortunately, we don't like to read. So since we like to read, I said, let me put a book on DVD where I can watch it.
Pictures.
I went and got a lot of entertainers who can, tell you from their own experience. And then there's some people in there, if you're not in entertainment business, you just won't know them. Like Virgil Roberts, who is a attorney who's been in the business, an entertainment attorney for like 40 years. So.
Yeah, we have a bunch of these in the building, so if you want one, call me. 951-665-8365, because this has a lot of artists you're going to recognize speaking on it.
A lot of information.
And a lot of information, so be sure.
Yeah. I will be watching this. Sure.
And we're going to also continue. If you want to know more about Friendship Day, you can go to blazeindiala.com. We have some information about that movie on our site, and also a link to the Indiegogo site, so you can donate. And
they got to make sure they not that key point. There's a lot of artists missing. Business.
All
right. Another question. Next up on the line, we got in the house with us tonight, Mr. Mosley with Momentum Entertainment out of West Covina, California.
That's right.
What's good? What's up? Welcome to the Blaze Show.
Oh man, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I love that track, and I want to check that out after the show.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm not gonna say bring real music back, but actually sing. There's a lot of people that I still believe there's an audience for real R&B and real neo soul that has meaning behind it. And I like all music, so that's just basically where I'm at. And about 4 years ago, I started Momentum Entertainment and Momentum Worldwide LLCs and.
Business artists. When you say all genres, you talking about everything like EDM, country. I mean, you dips and dabs and. I'm trying to get there. The clothing line and everything else too. But a lot of people don't know how to market or network. Let's just say network nowadays and everything like that. But I want to own my own stuff because I don't like working for people. I feel you.
But don't get me wrong. The money right, I'm there. Because the money right, I'm there. But everybody should strive to
entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
And if you are making some good money somewhere, you take that money and make some more money, but then do what your spend and do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So we started off our show with the first song, Pleasure. What was that all about, sir?
Pleasure. But, it's about pleasure. But there's basically, like we talked about, metaphors or analogies. There's different ways to talk to a woman without being straightforward and still let her know, you're gonna get what you need from me. And sometimes you gotta give.
Motown was expert at that. They made all them nasty songs that you didn't know was nasty until you got older. You didn't really listen to them.
And when you get older, you know, oh, that's what they meant by this, and that's what they meant by that. But you know, I really try to write my music out where people can understand without being too grass or too vulgar, but sometimes, you know, I slip up and say a word or there too.
That's okay, but that's grown up
Sometimes it
sexist.
adds emphasis to the song.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes it like people used to say Tupac, you know, he cussed when he rapped. But you liked his rap, didn't he? He cussed to explain something. He don't want to say, oh, I don't like the police. He gonna say, fuck the police. Sometimes you in their call, there's a cause for that. You gotta take that.
Yeah, it's if you're going somewhere with it instead of just saying something to say.
Because you lack creativity.
Exactly.
So, what is the inspiration for the music that you write these days? The lyrics?
Basically, it's a lot of personal experience, and then I got a lot of partners that go through stuff that don't know how to express themselves, and I get a lot of material from them just looking from the outside. So you know, sometimes them being heard is a blessing to me, you know, because I can sit there and I might be able to say, you know, what they're thinking. But they don't know how to say it or express it. And then when they hear the song, they'll be like, man, I was just going through that. And I want to tell them, because I was writing about you. But, you know, I don't go that far or anything like that. But I just love music, you know, from a kid, from gospel on up. You know, I'm a preacher's kid. That's what's up. And, you know, so I know where, you know, my talent and my blessings come from. And I just try to stay rooted and humble. And this grimy game called music.
So tell us about you have an event coming up.
Oh yeah, well, it's Battle of the Sexes. It's actually in Hollywood at the Avalon, and actually it's Muffin International, and I'm just gonna be performing there, and you guys should come out. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna have my band there, and also I just dropped a street album or a mixtape called Forever Type of Love. Pleasures on there. Okay. And I never stopped working. I'm already working on a new project.
Right.
So
where can they find that mixtape?
Actually, right now, that's what we're working on now. Either you can go to Mr. Mosley on Facebook.com, on Facebook, and go to my fan page, and I'll give you all the information on how to get it. Okay. And like I said, I continue to work because you never can have enough
material.
Okay.
Now you said band, so you have an actual live band that comes?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a show.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's worth
You don't see that. You don't see a lot of that anymore. I go around all around. I don't see a lot of that.
No, you need a band. You need to be able to. That's what I'm saying. As far as singing and putting on a show, you know, you can't. If something's formatted, you can't break them down right here and go back to the bridge if you're putting on the show, or do this or do that. So I'm from the. I like to say I'm from the old school where people back in the day when I used to watch, you know, Marvin Gaye when I was a baby, and you know, Bobby Womack, you know, Curtis Mayfield, you know, them cats right there. So
with the backup singers and everything.
Yeah, so I try to put some new school with the old school and merge it all together.
That's what's up. That's how you do it. Proven formula that already works, put your spin on it. Everybody has influence. I hear some rappers say, I don't listen to nobody else's music. Come on, man. You listen to somebody else, you wouldn't know what rap is. You wouldn't know how to rap. Everybody has influences.
You have to stay a fan if you want to keep doing music.
Oh, yeah.
You must
want to stay current and relevant.
Yeah, you have to stay a fan.
You have to be a fan of music.
We're going to get into this track by Mr. Mosley right now. Tell us a little bit about this track, Body.
It's just basically giving you a couple of metaphors. It's telling it's your body that makes me act the way that I do. And featuring my boy Topic.
All right. Yeah. This is Mr. Mosley featuring Topic with Body.
Tonight, I'll take you
freeway. Switching 4 lanes, open highway. Hitting them gears fast and slow, girl. Acceleration, got you flow. Body, girl. Body, girl. It's your body, girl. Body, girl. The way you move, you're erotic. Your skin so soft, girl, you're flawless. You smell so good, you're exotic. I hope you know you're a goddess to me. You looked at me, said you want it. I pulled your hair, said I got it. You threw it back and I caught it. I love it when your body's so body, girl. Body, girl. It's your body, girl.
I'm just saying, let me touch you in a different way, you know?
Body, girl.
Hustle guy. Yeah. You know the guy get in and drive it like a Maserati. Plus you got that brain, summa cum laude. Ain't nobody make you feel the way your hustler do. That's real shit. And plus we family, not the Huxtables. I show you the type of shit them other niggas can't. Your mother and father, I would like to thank. For that body, it got curves like the Autobahn. That room key that I left, that's the La Matrion. Leave me in something to see through, that's how we do it. No, I got the camera set up, girl, let's make a movie. I'm filming and you debuting. You on top of that furniture, call it home improvement. Girl, we grown, so ain't nobody coming. Except you once I lay you on your stomach. And that's a fact, you hitting high notes like Mariah. You're all woman, I can tell when I'm inside you.
It's your body, girl.
Baby girl, everything come to he who hustles.
Body, girl.
Hustle guy. Yeah.
It's your body, girl. Body, girl.
That was Mr. Mosley with Body. You know what? We're going to go ahead and tell the fans again where they can find your music at before we get out of here.
You can actually find me on iTunes, Mr. Mosley, the Magic Album. You can go to Mr. Mosley on Facebook, my fan page. You can go to Team Mosley 3 on Instagram.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay, any shout outs real quick?
Just to the Momentum team.
Absolutely.
Shout out Momentum team.
All right,
Mark,
Mr.
any shout outs you want to get?
I just want to thank anybody, everybody who's willing to support my project, Indiegogo.com. Friendship Day is the movie. You can find it on Twitter at Friendship Day 1, and everything else is Friendship Day the movie. I just really thank you. I don't care if you give $1. I'm serious.
Yeah.
All right. Insane One Records, everything. Insane One Records, anything you can think of. That's the website, that's the email, that's all my social links. We press for time, I'm trying to hurry it up. Mike Angelo.
Mike Angelo, shout out to everybody in the building. Much love. Please.
Thank you so much. UrbanStarsMedia.com, UrbanIndieRadio.com, HotMusicRelease.com, Indie Celebrity. The magazine will be out June. Taking submissions for that. Just hit me up, 951-665-8365. Shout out to Pat on the Back Foundation, their event, and thank you for letting us promote that on the Blaze Indie LA show, as well as the Open Mic Summer Jam, Light the Night. If you guys have any videos that you want to send me, I'm going to be running videos through the syndicated version of this show. Please contact me to learn more. Also, I'm just going to say, did you have one more thing to say?
Go get that More Me by Amber Renee. Records. Go cop that album right now on iTunes, Amazon, anywhere you think you can find it. It's there.
All right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Am I thick? Am I fat? It is time for the fat lady to sing, and I am about to kill
lady to
your
sing.
feed. Thank you so much for joining us on number 33. See you next week.
Ladies.
Place.